You know that feeling on a Sunday night? You're sitting on the couch, phone in hand, staring at a blank screen, knowing you have to post something for the salon tomorrow, but your brain is completely empty.
Oh, the dreaded posters block. It's the modern nightmare for business owners. You end up scrolling through your camera roll, finding a blurry photo of a coffee cup and posting it with the caption, Happy Monday.
Exactly. And then you wonder why nobody books an appointment from it. It feels like shouting into the void. But today, we are stopping the post and pray method. We're diving into Module 3, Content Strategy for Maximum Engagement.
This is the turning point. This is where we stop just being on social media and start actually using it as a business asset. Because here's the harsh truth. Without a plan, you're just making noise. A strategy turns that noise into a melody that your clients actually want to listen to.
I love that image. But let's be real. Strategy can sound a bit intimidating. It sounds like spreadsheets and late nights. Is it really that complicated?
Not at all. Think of your social media content as your salon's digital voice. If a client walked into your salon, you wouldn't ignore them, then shout a random fact about shampoo and then run away, right?
I certainly hope not. That would be terrifying.
Right? But that's what random posting feels like to an audience. A strategy just means you're posting with purpose. It keeps you organized. It actually saves you time because you're not panic posting, and it builds trust. And trust is the currency of the beauty industry.
So, where do we start? If I want to stop the random posting, what's the first rule of the road?
The first rule is actually a ratio. It's called the 80-20 rule. And this is where most salons get it wrong. They think social media is a billboard.
Book now, 20% off, open slots available.
Exactly. And if you went to a dinner party and met someone who only talked about how great they are and tried to sell you their watch, you'd walk away. Social media is a cocktail party, not a lecture hall. The 80-20 rule says that 80% of your content should educate, entertain, or inspire. Only 20% should be promotional.
That feels counterintuitive for a business, though. We're there to make money. You're saying I should spend most of my time not selling?
You're selling, but you're selling your expertise and your vibe, not just a time slot. When you educate, say by sharing a tip on how to maintain hair color in winter, you're proving you're an expert. When you entertain or inspire, you're building a relationship. That 80% is what earns you the right to post the 20% that says, hey, come book with us.
I see. You have to give value before you ask for the sale. It keeps the feed feeling human, not like a catalogue.
Precisely, it builds balance. So, practically speaking, if you post 5 times a week, 4 of those posts are for them, the audience. Only 1 is for you, the business.
Okay, so if we aren't just posting book now, what are we posting? I feel like I'd run out of ideas in a week.
That's where content pillars come in. These are your lifesavers. Think of them as the foundation of a house. You need 3 to 5 core topics that define your brand. If you stick to these, you never have to wonder what to talk about.
Give me some examples. What does a content pillar look like for a salon?
Well, the most obvious one is transformations and results, the classic before and after. That's the proof in the pudding. But if that's all you post, it gets repetitive. So your second pillar could be education.
Like tutorials?
Tutorials, myth busting, product explainers. Then you have behind the scenes. People are nosy. They want to see the team mixing color, the coffee machine running, the chaos of a busy Saturday. It humanizes the brand.
I love behind the scenes stuff. It makes me feel like I know the people working there before I even walk in.
Exactly. Another great pillar is lifestyle and inspiration. Maybe that's a quote that resonates with your brand's vibe, or just a beautiful aesthetic shot of the salon interior. And finally, your 5th pillar is promotions.
So when I sit down to plan, I just rotate through these pillars?
You got it. It makes your brand feel cohesive. Your followers start to recognize, oh, this salon stands for quality education and beautiful results, rather than just being a random mix of images.
That leads us perfectly into the when. We know what to post, but the timing stresses people out. Do we really need a content calendar?
If you value your sanity, yes. A content calendar is the difference between being reactive, panicking at 8 p.m. because you haven't posted, and being proactive.
How do we structure it without it becoming a full-time job?
Keep it simple. Start with a monthly theme. Let's say it's November. Your theme might be winter hair care. Now, everything you post that month loosely ties back to that. It gives you a North Star.
That's smart. It narrows the focus.
Then break it down by weeks. Week 1 could be education, teaching people why winter dries out their hair. Week 2 could be team stories, show your stylist's favorite winter products. Week 3 may be a promo for a hydration treatment. And week 4, testimonials from clients who loved that treatment.
That actually sounds manageable. It's like a recipe.
And consistency is the key ingredient. You don't need to post 3 times a day. 3 to 5 quality posts a week is far better than flooding people's feeds with junk. Use tools like Meta Business Suite or Canva to schedule them in advance. Do it all on a Monday morning, and then you're free for the week.
I love the idea of set it and forget it. But let's talk about the post itself. I've seen salons post great photos with terrible captions, or great captions with dark, blurry photos. What is the anatomy of a perfect post?
It's a 3-legged stool. You need visuals, captions, and a call to action. If one leg is missing, the stool falls over.
Let's start with visuals. We're in the beauty industry. This should be easy, right?
You'd think so, but it's often overlooked. Your Instagram grid is your digital storefront window. If the window is dirty and dark, nobody comes in. You need bright, natural light. Show the details. And please keep the editing consistent. You don't want one photo to be moody and black and white and the next to be neon bright. It looks messy.
It's about the aesthetic flow. Okay. So we have a beautiful photo. Now the caption. This is where I freeze. I never know what to write.
The trick is to stop writing to a crowd. Don't write, "Hey guys, hope everyone is having a good week." It's too generic. Write to one person, your ideal client.
So visualize that one client sitting in your chair.
Exactly. Be friendly, be honest, use storytelling. Instead of saying, "We do facials," say, "Your skin deserves the same attention as your schedule. Take 60 minutes for yourself. Your future self will thank you." See the difference? One is a statement, the other is a connection.
That's a huge difference. It feels emotional. It speaks to a need, not just a service.
And that leads to the third element, the call to action, or CTA. You have to tell people what to do next.
I feel like people are afraid of being bossy.
It's not bossy, it's helpful. If you've just inspired them with a great photo and a moving caption, don't leave them hanging. Tell them, "Link in bio to book," or "Save this for your next appointment," or even just "Tell us your favorite shade in the comments."
That last one is interesting, asking for comments, because likes are great, but they're kind of a vanity metric, aren't they?
They are. You can't pay the rent with likes. We want engagement. We want conversation. Real engagement signals to the algorithm and to potential clients that this is an active, trusted community.
How do we spark that conversation? Sometimes it feels like pulling teeth to get people to comment.
You have to invite them in. Use the tools Instagram gives you. Put a poll in your stories. Blonde or brunette? Use the Q&A sticker. And here is the golden rule. If someone takes the time to comment on your post, you must reply.
Oh, absolutely. Leaving a comment unanswered is like someone saying hello to you in the salon and you just walking past them.
Perfect analogy. Replying builds the relationship, and it boosts your visibility because the algorithm sees that activity. Also, don't be afraid to repurpose content. If you wrote a great educational post 6 months ago, post it again with a new photo. New followers haven't seen it, and old followers have forgotten it.
That is such a relief to hear. We don't need to reinvent the wheel every single week.
No, just spin the wheel again. Turn a long video into a short reel. Turn a caption into a quote graphic. Work smarter, not harder.
Before we wrap up, I want to touch on something that scares a lot of creatives: analytics, data, numbers. Is it necessary to look at that stuff?
You can't improve what you don't measure. You don't need to be a data scientist, but you need to know what's working. Look at your insights. Which post got the most saves? That tells you people found it valuable. Which post got the most shares? That tells you people found it relatable.
So treat it like a report card, but for learning, not for judgment.
Exactly. If you see that every time you post a video of a scalp massage, engagement spikes, guess what you should post more of next month?
More scalp massages. It takes the guesswork out of it.
Precisely. It turns your feelings into facts.
This has been such a comprehensive deep dive. We've gone from the panic of the blank page to a fully structured strategy. Let's do a quick recap for everyone listening.
Sure, it starts with the mindset, strategy over randomness. Use the 80-20 rule. Give value before you ask for the sale. Build your content pillars so you always know what to say.
And use a calendar. Don't wake up wondering what to post.
Right. Plan your themes. Then craft your posts with intention. Great visuals, captions that speak to one person, and a clear call to action. And finally, engage, talk back, build that community.
It really comes down to that word, community.
It does. Social media isn't just about visibility, it's about connection. When your content provides real value, tells a story, and feels authentic, your audience stops just following you. They start trusting you.
And trust is what turns a follower into a client who sits in your chair for years.
That's the goal. It's not about going viral, it's about being valuable.
A perfect place to leave it. Thank you so much for breaking this down. I feel like I can actually open Instagram now without breaking into a sweat.
Go get them. Your audience is waiting to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Now go plan that content.